Hey, Coach, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well, and I was on both sides of that Dan Marino situation. We still had Terry Bradshaw. It was my third year, I think, coaching with the Steelers. We passed on Marino in the '83 draft, and you're right. I think he was splitting time with David Woodley maybe at the time. And Coach Shula brought him in, and he played great that rookie year. Second year, he probably got half of those touchdown passes on us. He threw a bunch against us in 2 games. So I saw it live and up close.
Did you scout Marino? What was your job title with the Steelers back then?
I was a defensive assistant, but I'll never forget. Marino had a great junior year, a little bit subpar, people thought, senior year. And he still played very well, but he lit it up as a junior. In the senior year, he didn't. They came over. We brought his 2 receivers, Julius Dawkins and Dwight Collins, over for a workout in Three Rivers Stadium. It was cold, and the wind was blowing 100 miles an hour, and those balls were just rifling through the wind right on target, and Julius Dawkins dropped every ball that came to him. And I remember thinking to myself, I know why he had a little bit of a down senior year. These guys can't catch. But we knew all about him and loved him. Coach Knoll loved him, but we still had Bradshaw at the time, and so it just didn't seem like the right thing to do. He went to Miami. At the back end of the draft, Miami still had a very good team, and it was just a perfect situation.
But do you see any parallels between the Steelers back then that you don't want to bring in your replacement for Terry Bradshaw, Hall of Famer, and what's going on with the Giants, that they could have drafted Sam Darnold as the successor to Eli Manning?
That's one thing that stuck with me, Dan, the rest of my career. If you get a chance, if you have someone that you think is a franchise quarterback, and you have a chance to draft him, you need to draft him, no matter what else is on your roster. We didn't take Dan Marino, and for 20 years, until Ben Roethlisberger, they were still trying to get quarterbacks, and we went through a ton of them. And so when I got to Minnesota and worked for Denny Green, and he had the same philosophy. He drafted some Dante Culpepper when they had Randall Cunningham, Brad Johnson, Jeff George on the roster. It doesn't matter. If you think that guy is legit and for real and you have a chance to take him, you better take him.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.